To unpack this a bit more further for us, so we're now joined by Justin Grobbler, founder of Grace Baby Haven, and he joins us now via our video link. Justin, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. I mean, quite a heartbreaking story coming out from the Northwest there. And when it comes to, child concealment or concealment and abandonment of babies, why does it seem to some women it is the only option for them?
Yeah, good evening, guys. It's what a topic to really speak about tonight. I don't think we get the platform to really speak about this enough. The pandemic that we have in the country currently needs to be addressed quite urgently. You see, what we found in the market in South Africa and through a lot of studies that we've done is that people are so destitute and underprivileged and struggling financially to just take care of themselves currently. So when there's another baby coming into the picture, people really feel that there's no choice and no one there to help them, and going to government and looking to the Department of Social Development that really acts very slowly in this matter. Sometimes I just really feel that there's no other option. As mentioned previously, it is a criminal offence. And there needs to be done so much more to educate the general public in what can you do, who can you talk to, where can you turn to, than that is currently done. I mean, it's easier to just hand out precautionary things like condoms and so forth currently than just to talk about it. And the pandemic, I hope the new ministers will really start looking at streamlining how to get to this problem and how to address it much better than they have in the past 20 years.
And when it comes to society shaming, what would you say, society plays in that role when it comes to the choices that young mothers opt for, and, child abandonment becomes one of those?
You see, when child abandonment happened, the biggest challenge that we face from the get-go is that we need to find the family of origins. So a lot of times the mother is not known, and we really need to do a thorough investigation and show to the courts before we can place the baby into safety that we have really went out of our way and looked at every avenue to find the family of origins. So in the calling it shaming, I don't think that is one of the biggest issues that we currently have. Because mostly, I would say 6 out of 10 times, there is a family member that we find that puts up their hand and say, listen, we will take care of the baby because the mother can't. So I don't really think the shaming is the biggest problem is more educating, assistance, mental health and those types of assistance that we really need to look at more.
What type of options are available to young mothers, especially who really don't have much, to get by, who are unemployed, who are faced with many social ills, who are not adequately educated enough about how, to maneuver a pregnancy? What sort of options are available to them?
Yeah, so in pregnancy, there's a lot of organizations, if you start looking around, that assist mothers that are pregnant and teen mothers that are pregnant and really have nowhere to go, that do assist them. So there's charities out there. We work hand in hand with a couple of them that really helps these teenage girls, sitting with them, getting them what they need, educating them on the steps forward and the steps that they can take forward. For instance, if it is a case where the mother don't want to keep the baby because it might be a rape victim or sex traffic victim, there is avenues that we can start getting the social workers involved. And many times, because it is an underage victim of these crimes, you need to have police and there. You need to have your social workers really on the ground, protecting these children that now are pregnant and maybe don't want the child because of the fact how the child was conceived. From there on, the social workers can go through the various steps to say, how can we legally assist you to get this baby into a place of safety, and then get the baby into adoption or foster care, and really giving the baby a future that the baby might not have at that moment.
And of course, you offer a safe place, a home for mothers who are not, of course, in a position to take care of their children. What has been the response from the community in making use of the option that you have made available to them?
Yeah, look, we've been full since we opened our doors. We started Grace Baby Haven in our own home to try and give these babies a normal house environment, because they just went through a very traumatizing experience, and trying to just get them into a normal house where they can be safe and just experience love, because that is the biggest thing for these children, is love. It's not the fancy food, it's not the fancy clothes, it's love. So our community has really embraced us, and they're keeping our doors open with the support that they give us as a charity, the financial support, and also the milk and nappies and formula and stuff that they bring to us and assist us with. You need the community to really buy into these projects to keep them alive and to keep them afloat.
And how do you actually help, those mothers who feel as if, they are not ready to take care of, their little ones?
Okay, so normally when abandonment happens, so there's only two institutions that can place a baby into safe care. And that is the South African Police Services and a social worker, registered social workers, through a Form 36. So it's a legality that needs to happen. They then bring this baby. For instance, we receive a lot of babies that are found next to the road or in a bush or under a tree and so forth. These babies then come to us immediately. It might be 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning. We then get that baby to a hospital immediately to make sure that there's a full checkup done. There's a HIV test done, there's bloods, and everything is done and sorted. We get the medicine that the baby needs. We get the baby into clean clothes and healthy, because mostly abandoned baby will have a flu or some sort of medical problem that will be there. What we then do is we start looking for parents. So there's 3 months that the parents that abandoned the baby can come and say, listen, we made a mistake, we want our baby back. So that's a 3-month period that the baby lives with us. After 3 months, then we put out an advertisement saying this baby will go up for adoption or foster care if we didn't find the parents. And that process will take about 3 to 6 months. So you can say baby stays with us in our home for between 6 and 9 months. Until they go into what we then call their forever homes.
All right, Justin, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. That's Justin Grobbler, founder of Grace Baby Haven.